In this Chicago servers tutorial, we'll be talking about how to change the gather rate for various resources on your Rust server. First, log into the game server control panel located at cp.chicagoservers.co. Once logged in, you should be presented with a home page for your Rust server. First, we'll need to install uMod or Oxide, which is a mod manager for your server. Click on the Updates tab on the left menu, and then install the latest version of uMod. This will take approximately 10 seconds, however, after your server will restart. Once the server is restarted and online, on the left menu, navigate to the uMod plugin installer. For the purposes of accomplishing the increased gather rate, we're going to be using a uMod plugin called Gather Manager. In the search box on the upper right hand corner, search Gather. This is an integrated uMod plugin installer built directly into our control panel that's unique to Chicago servers. This allows you to easily install uMod plugins on your Rust server without having to manually download the CS files from uMod's plugin repository and then having to upload the individual files to your server. It also instantly activates any plugins that are installed on your server without having to restart the server, allowing for seamless gameplay. Look for Gather Manager, which has approximately 327,000 downloads and has this gray icon with some axes. Click Install. It should say Successfully Installed Gather Manager. Close that out and then click More Information. This will open up the plugins homepage on uMod's website, which we can use for command reference purposes. Scroll down and we'll see all the different chat commands and console commands, settings, permissions, and etc. that are specific to this plugin so we know what we're doing. So for admins in-game, you can type /gather in your chat box to be presented with different settings and available console commands. Some console commands are dispenser.scale, which increases the scale of the resources available in dispensers, and gather rate, so gather.rate followed by a space and then dispenser pickup courier survey and then the resource and then the multiplier are what we're going to be doing today. They have a few examples down here. So let's say that we want to change the gather rate for wood. Let's just copy that command, go back to our Rust server, and on the left menu again, in the Chicago servers control panel, click Archon Login. That'll instantly log us into a Facepunch web-based Archon or admin system that has a little more flexibility than our control panel since it's directly tied into the Rust server. Go to console and then paste this into the console. Press enter. Once that's done, you'll see a message saying that you have set the gather rate for wood to 10x from resource dispensers. Now let's say we want to do the same thing for stones from picking up. Since that first one was only dispensers, we'll type that one into the console. And then you'll see that you have set the gather rate for stones to 10x. If you press your up arrow on your keyboard, it'll revert to the last command sent and we can easily change this. So let's say we want to do wood instead. Now we can do that. So it looks like iron's not an option. You can play around with this if you want. So we could type gather.resources for a list of resources. So these are all the different resources that you can change. Now, if we want to do a wildcard and we want all pickup to be 10x, we can type an asterisk instead, and that will change 10x pickups on everything. And then you don't have to individually specify various resources like wood, sulfur, stone, scrap, etc. Now keep in mind that's just for the resources. If you want to change dispenser, you would have to put dispenser asterisk 10 or pickup asterisk 10 or quarry asterisk 10. The asterisk is just for the wildcards for the items. You need to change the method of acquiring the items each time, but worst case, it's only 4 different variations of that command. Once that's done, you're all set. You don't need to change anything else. You can change or send new commands with different values if you want to go from a 10x server to a 5x server or vice versa. And you can get into really advanced different gather rates for various resources. As always, if you have any questions regarding this plugin, need help installing it or configuring it, our team is happy to help. Within the Chicago Service Control Panel, you can access our live chat here in the lower right-hand corner using the blue button, or you can submit a support ticket through the customer portal, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for choosing Chicago Servers.